You have the parabola y is equal to x squared plus 2x minus 3, and we want to find the vertex. Anybody remember how the formula for the vertex is? How do you find v of x? X coordinate of the vertex. V of x is equal to what? Anybody? That's the formula you need to remember for final. Okay, to find the vertex. Anyone? That's minus b over what? Minus b over anybody? Okay, looks like you haven't reviewed chapter 9 yet. It would be minus b over 2a. You have to remember that. In this case, what is a? Can somebody tell me what a is equal to? Just going to type your answer. What is a, anyone? Okay, a is equal to 1. That's a coefficient of x squared. What is b? B is 2. That's coefficient of x. Good. Alright, we just have to substitute that here. Minus b, so it will be minus 2 over 2 times 1. Okay, this is how you find the x coordinate of the vertex. Minus 2 over 2, which is equal to minus 1. So if the x coordinate of the vertex is equal to minus 1, can somebody tell me what y is then? You substitute for each x minus 1 in this equation. Okay. Bankoli, if you send your note to everyone in class, everybody can see your response. At this point, it would be okay. Or you said 0. So let's see. If x equal to minus 1, it will be minus 1 squared plus 2 times minus 1 minus 3 is equal to 1 minus 2 minus 3, which is equal to 1 minus 5. I get minus 4. How did you get 0? Okay. So the vertex the vertex is minus 1, minus 4. Can I say check mark next to your name if you all can follow how to find the vertex here? You have to know this formula. V of x is equal to minus b over 2a. Locate a and b, the value of that, and you find the x coordinate of the vertex this way, and you substitute that for each x to find the y coordinate. Okay, great. So it looks like everybody's okay with that. Alright, how about the x and y intercept? X and y intercept. Let's go to the next page. Here we have y is equal to x squared plus 2x minus 3. To find the y-intercept, how do you find y-intercept? You let what be equal to 0? Okay, nobody responding tonight. How do you find the Y-intercept? Anyone? To find the Y-intercept, you let something equal to 0. What is that? Okay, Kate is the only one responding. And you said set the whole thing equal to 0. Well, you mean let x equal to 0. You let x equal to 0, solve for y, that's your y-intercept, right? It's like you have finding a point. If you let x equal to 0, solve for y. Maybe I should ask an individual to answer me. Okay, Esteban, can you tell me if x equal to 0, what is y? This question is for Esteban. Again, when I ask you a question, if you don't know it, put the x next to your name so I can move on quickly. Okay, if I let x equal to 0 here, what is y? It's plus or minus 3. Very good. Okay. For a moment I thought nobody was listening to me. Alright, so that is the y-intercept. Okay. How do you find x-intercept? Okay, Bankoli, you want to tell me how do you find x-intercept? How do you find x-intercept? You let what be equal to 0? Okay, Bankoli just send her response only to me. It says y is equal to 0. So let that's correct. So you let y be equal to 0 and solve for x. If you let y be equal to 0, okay, let's see. Sean, can you tell me if I let y be equal to 0, how do I solve for x? You have y is equal to x squared plus 2x minus 3. If I let y be equal to 0, how do I solve for x? What do I have to do first? This question is for Sean. Sean says plus 3. How did you find plus 3? How do you solve for x here? To solve for x intercept, you let y be equal to 0 and you solve for x. That's the question right here. You let y be equal to 0, how do you solve for x? And Sean, you're saying 3, I'm not sure how you get 3. Tasha, you want to tell me? How do you solve for x? What's the first step to solve? Tasha, you don't know? Let's see, Guadalupe. How do you solve for x? In one word, what do we have to do? Add 3 to both sides? No. Well, that's what you said, Sean. That was wrong. I'm sorry. Okay. Let's see, Bankoli. How do you solve for x, you guys? We're going to have a final exam coming up. You have x squared plus 2x minus 3 is equal to 0. You have to factor it exactly. To solve for x, you have a second order equation. You need to factor this. You need to know this by now. Factor. How do you factor this? Is this factorable? Everybody should be able to factor this by now. I want everybody to write down your factor form. What is that? Okay, Tasha, I want you to try to factor this also. Esteban, how do you factor them? Okay, Katie, give me an answer. X and X. That give you X squared. For 3, I have 1 and 3. You need to have a combination of those. The sum of those will be plus 2. So we need to have plus 3 and minus 1. And when I multiply -1 by 3, that gives me minus 3, so everything is there. Can I see a check mark next to your name? If you see what we're doing so far. Sorry, I erased some of your check mark. Okay, you need to factor this, right? So, Tasha, can you tell me what is X is equal to then? Once I factor it, what would be the first number for X? What is X? Okay, if X minus 1 equal to 0, what is X? So you have 2 of them, right? X plus 3 equal to 0, what is X? Okay, Tasha, you want to try that? Just add 1 to both sides of the equation, right? Okay, that would be equal to 1, right? It would be minus 3. So we get 2 points here for X-intercept. If X is equal to, if Y is equal to 0, X is equal to 1. Also X is equal to minus 3. So we find 3 points already. We find Y-intercept, X-intercept, and we also have a vertex too from last part, -1 and 4. To graph this, we can locate all these points. Let's do that. Okay, if let's find the vertex first. You said the vertex is -1 and -4. If X equal to -1, oh, okay, so Tasha, you were out for a second. That's what I thought. Something wrong with your computer, maybe. That's fine. Okay, if X equal to -1, Y is equal to -4. So this is the vertex. Vertex is the highest or lowest point of the graph. Now Y is equal to X squared plus 2X minus 3. Now, is this parabola opens upward or downward? Here would you answer that, please? Upward. Why upward? Katie says upward. Okay, Tasha says downward. How do we know if the parabola opens upward or downward just by looking at the formula? Anybody? Bankoli, what do you think? Tasha is negative. What do you mean by negative, Tasha? To see if the parabola opens upward or downward, you look at the formula. Y is equal to ax squared plus bx plus c. And look at A. If A is positive, your parabola opens upward. If A is negative, your parabola opens downward. That's how you know if the parabola opens upward or downward. It all depends on what the value of this coefficient is, if it's positive or negative. Okay? So in this case, is this parabola opens upward or downward? So A is equal to 1. 1 is positive, so it goes upward. Can I see a check mark next to your name if you are able to understand this concept? To see if the parabola going upward or downward, you look at the coefficient of the leading term, which is x squared. A is positive. Guadalupe, do you follow what we're doing? Let's see a check mark next to your name. Okay. Now let's go ahead and find the Y-intercept. We find the Y-intercept to be 0 and minus 3. 0 and minus 3. If x equal to 0, y is equal to minus 3, so it would be this point right here. So you're probably going to pass us through this point here. And we already found the X-intercept, 1, 0, negative 3, 0. So we have 1, 0, negative 3, 0. So if x equal to 1, y is equal to 0, you're probably going to pass this through this point. And negative 3 would be right here. So these are the point of X-intercepts. This is where you're probably going to pass this through x-axis. Okay, so now we have enough information to construct our parabola. Your parabola is going to open upward like this. Go this way. This is the vertex, the lowest point, and from the other end, it's going to go up this way. That was 3, negative 3. Okay, so that's the rough graph of the parabola. If you all follow this, can I ask you to delete that green check mark from your name, please?